Good evening, everybody. I know it's been a while since I made another video, and I wanted to make a quick video and come on and show you what I've worked on today. Excuse the mess, but I wanted to get this done real quick. Some of you may know I live in Texas, and I live about an hour and a half away from Houston, which of course today is experiencing extreme flooding because of Hurricane Harvey. We're also having flooding, but so far not to that point. But anyway, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in Houston. People are really suffering badly right now. But I wanted to show my let's see, this is number 22 in the 100 Things Challenge. And what I made was, this is a little junk journal in its own holder. And so what I did was I sewed this. This is crazy quilted. And I haven't attached a clasp or a snap or a button here. And I'll show you why. This may expand more, and I'm not sure exactly where I want to put it. But we have this little band, and then when you open it up, it opens one way, and then it opens another. And then what I made was 3 little journals. I haven't decorated them yet, and what they're made out of is old greeting cards that I can't use anymore. I glued them together, and I made little junk journals that I'm going to decorate. So I have 1, and it fits inside this little pocket. 2 and 3. Each one, and in my bag 3 of items that I wanted to use, I had a whole box of old greeting cards that I had found that someone was throwing away after a garage sale. And each one of these books is about 10 of those greeting cards, so about 30 greeting cards that I glued together. And I'm going to decorate them. And they make a neat little junk journal or a glue. I may do it just like a little glue book. I might just do paint and pictures, things like that. But I really like this, and I like the way this came out. What I used for the base for this is also from bag 3, some more of those scraps. And as you can see on the table, I have even more of those scraps left from that one bag. And so I sewed it together like crazy quilting onto a base. And I wanted to try something. And so what I used was, here's an extra piece of it. This was one of those bags that you get at the supermarket, or this one was from Salvation Army, the little reusable bags. And what happened with this bag was it started to rip, and I couldn't use it anymore in the way it was. So I cut the 2 biggest sides off, and I used that. And if you know anything about crazy quilting, you have to use something as a base to sew your strip, and then you sew the next one, and the next one, and the next one. This worked out really well, but with one warning. These bags like this that you get, these are those little 99 or $1.99 little bags that you get at the grocery store. This fabric is actually plastic, and I learned that the hard way. So the one thing is, normally when you do crazy quilting, you'll sew a piece on and then you'll press it with your iron. If you use this as your base, do not press this with an iron. Do not expose this to heat because it will melt. As you can see on my old craft iron, but I'll be able to get it off. It did actually, after that happened, of course I wasn't too happy when it happened, but after it did happen, it made me start to think about the idea of this has a melting point. It reminded me of Tyvek, because when it melted, it just, melted up, and it was very like different little strings. And I may try that later on I thought about it with a heat gun, and actually just, using a heat gun to see if you can maybe paint it, first melt it, maybe paint it, and use it for embellishments and things in my junk journals. So Anyway, so I use that as the base, and I sewed that to it, and it does make a good base. It made it really really stiff. So this would be a good substitute if you want to make something like this and you don't have any interfacing. Just use something like this, but again, do not iron it. I think my next project is going to be, I think I may actually decorate the 3 little books, but we'll see. But I thought this was really cute, and I like this. You can carry it around with you if you wanted to make like little travel journals out of these. This would be a very cool way. You could carry them around, and there's still enough room. You could even put pens, or like if you had like one of those little watercolor pens, there's enough room. You could even put maybe like a little mini watercolor set in here. So I really like how that came out. And you just fold it back, and then of course when I have the clasp, it'll be like that. And look, you could easily fit this inside your purse or your backpack. But I think it came out really cute. And this whole entire thing is pretty much junk or trash, things that you would normally throw away. So, thank you for watching my video. Hopefully I will get another video on here quicker. Work and life has been a bit busy lately. My father-in-law passed away this past week, and so I haven't been doing that much crafting. But thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.